Welcome back to Bangin Bets with me, Gutsy Picks Cash, and singer-songwriter Eric Van Houten. Eric, how you doing today, man?
I'm great, bro. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Are you excited for this football week?
After last week, hell yeah.
I'll tell you right now. You know I'm 1-0 now in our bets.
Yeah, the high ride. Yeah, I'm aware.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Just making sure it's known. But we will just jump right on into week one.
Fuck off.
Week
Go.
two, game one. We're gonna jump right on into week two, game one, which of course, Thursday night game. You got the Vikings, you got the Eagles. What are you liking in this game?
Ah, that's fucking crazy because Kirk sucked a little bit. So did Hurts a little bit. He almost lost to the fucking Mac Joneses.
That's a fact.
And that to me is nuts. But it was also really shitty out in New England. So like you kind of gotta be all right with it. Week one, get the jitters out.
Of
I
course.
think what's the line at?
Oh yeah, that's on me. That's on me for not saying the line. That's a rookie mistake. It's at 6.5. I know that. Okay, yeah, it's at 6.5 still, over under 49.
Eagles money line because I think it's going to be closer than people think.
Wow, okay. And honestly, I was just talking about this game a little bit ago, and I'm still gonna stick with Eagles minus 6.5 because I
Wow.
think they're being slightly disrespected in this game by this line. Game is in Philadelphia. I think Minnesota's getting way too much love for not being really that good of a team. I know they have the best wide receiver in football, arguably, but that defense especially is just not going to be able to stop this Eagles offense, I don't think. And I like them.
All right.
I like them to win big. Next game on the slate, going to be Sunday at 12. Of course, you got Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Jaguars. Chiefs minus 3.5, Jaguars plus 3.5, over under at 51. What do you like in this game?
I mean, I'm assuming Kelsey's back, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to
He's
go.
not 100% yet, but, he's dating Taylor Swift now. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that. We'll have to text him and ask him. I think Kansas City is going to walk this one. I think the Jaguars are getting too much love. I do think the Jags are going to be great this season, but not against the Chiefs.
I also think that the Jaguars are going to be really good this season, and I think that you could try to make the argument that they're a little bit overvalued here, but I don't even have the Chiefs in my top 10 power rankings after week one right now.
Whoa.
I just don't, and I have the Jaguars in top 5. So just
They
based
call
off
you
of,
gutsy for a reason.
and based off of just my power rankings, this line is ridiculous. And I'll tell you right now, I will be taking the 3.5, but I will definitely be sprinkling the money line, and I'll be all over the Jaguars this weekend.
Wow. All right. That's good.
Even though the Chiefs, are due for a bounce back. Next game on the slate, Las Vegas Raiders going up against the Buffalo Bills, plus 9.5 for the Raiders. Bills are minus 9.5, over under 47. What are you liking in this game?
Well, I could vomit that my Bills lost to the Zach Wilson Jets.
That was tough.
I do feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. I wanted that all season. I wanted the doubleheader against him. I wanted Josh Allen to get his head out of his ass when he plays against the Jets because for some reason his nutsack goes into his stomach and he turns into a terrible quarterback against the Jets. Walks all over the Patriots every time. But he turns into a freaking deer in headlights against the Jets, and it showed on Monday. I think he bounces back with a big game. I'm not touching the plus minus. I don't think our defense is good enough right now this early in the season. I think it's a Bills win, but it's within 7.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think the Bills are going to win this game. But I am going to be I will take the Raiders plus 9.5 here. Josh Allen's turnover issues is just
I think that's a
relevant.
good call.
It's too real. It's too there. You can't ignore it. Jimmy G, I've always liked Jimmy G. He's good enough to get teams to playoffs every single time. He basically is the leader of that team. So I like the Raiders here to keep it close. They probably lose the game, but I do like them to keep it close. Next one, Baltimore Ravens, big divisional matchup here. Ravens going up against the Bengals. Ravens plus 3.5, Bengals minus 3.5, over under 46. What do you like in this divisional game?
I'd love to say that the Bengals have a bounce back, but yeah, it's a Bengals dub all day. I just don't. I don't think the Ravens are there. I don't think Lamar's MVP caliber anymore.
What's funny is I always say he's the biggest fraudulent MVP in the history of in my opinion.
I respect it.
But I actually thought we were going to be on opposite sides again for a second there.
No.
I am on the Bengals again in this game as well. I think they're due for a bounce back. Last week that's rock bottom. I'm telling you right now, the Bengals offense does not get much worse than that.
They didn't score a touchdown, right?
No, they scored 3 points barely.
Yeah, that's never happening again this season,
Yeah, it
guaranteed.
won't happen again. And the Ravens are bad. They're not good.
Yeah.
They're not a good football team.
Nope.
Love the Bengals in that spot.
All
Next
right.
game,
What do we got?
Chargers -3 going up against the Titans. And of course, the over-under is 45, a little bit lower than what some of these other totals have been so far today. What are you liking in this game?
We'll switch it up here. I'll take the over 40. What is it? 45?
45, yeah.
I think after the showing with the Dolphins
Yeah.
week 1 here, there's obviously a lot of points to be scored on the Chargers defense.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that the Titans always find a way to come back from a bad game offensively, and Tana Booty had a terrible game. I think Henry's going to put in maybe 2 touchdowns. There's my hot take. I think he scores twice, and one of them is going to be over 35 yards rushing.
Ooh.
Like it's going to be like a 42-yard just
break one off.
stiff arm one guy, and he's gone. He's going to show why he's still Derrick Henry. And for any of you LA fans, I apologize for what I'm about to say, but Justin Herbert should officially be called Justin Chokebert because he is a choke artist. He's never won a big game. I don't care how good he looks sometimes. He's a choke artist.
Sure. I mean, can't argue it. He's never won a big game.
He's not even in college. He never won one big game in his career.
He never won a big game. You can't argue it. Physically, analytically, cannot argue it. He's won a lot of regular season games. Okay. Justin Chokebert. Someone write that down. Someone put it on a t-shirt. You like the over. I kind of agree with the over. The only thing that makes me nervous is the Titans offense. And of course, my old guy, my ex-guy, Ryan Tannehill, who was my quarterback for 10 years and never took us to the playoffs once.
Yeah, well, he's not great.
He's not great, but he's good. He's good.
He can put up 20 points. And the Chargers are going to get 28.
You're probably right.
And that's the game.
I don't think they're going to put up 27. I think maybe they put up 24, but I think the Chargers are putting up at least a 30 bomb here. I think
that's what I said. Titans 20. It's going to be 28-20 Chargers.
Oh, 28-20 Chargers. Okay,
28-20 Chargers.
I can see something
you
hit
the over, and it's an 8-point game, and the Titans get 2 tutties, and that's it. And they're both Derrick Henry.
I could agree with that. Derrick Henry should score a lot of touchdowns. The guy's going to be a beast. I like Chargers -3. I can't believe it actually went down to -3. Opened up at 3.5. It looks like kind of weird.
Oh yeah. What's the next one?
Next one, Seahawks versus the Lions. You got the Lions here favored at -5.5. Over under 47.
3-point game, but Lions win.
3-point game, but Lions win. I couldn't agree more. It has to be close.
Gutsy, we're on it today.
The Seahawks are being completely disrespected. The Seahawks are better than when they had a bad week once, and now we're just going to make them 5.5-point dogs to the Lions?
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-point
game. It's a disgusting
game.
joke. No, the Lions are a good team, and they're going to do something special probably. But they're not this much better than the Seahawks. I don't care if it's in Detroit. I don't care where the hell it is. I love the 5.5 number here.
And I think it's going to be pretty high scoring, too.
47 is kind of, I actually agree. I also think because the Seahawks offense look bad.
I'm thinking literally 31-28 or 31-27.
Just an absolute shootout.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that we both love Seattle. Next one, Colts going up against the dreadful Houston Texans. This might be the closest all season. I think this will be the closest to even money that the Texans will ever be. Colts are -1.5 right now. The money line is actually, see what it's sitting at right now. I mean, some books have the Houston Texans at -105 to win this ball game outright. What are your thoughts? And the over-under, by the way, 39.5, very lowest so far. What are your thoughts?
This is the shitbag game of the week, but I still like my guy, Anthony Richardson. It's Colts, baby.
And that defense. Defense is still
pretty
solid. I mean, a lot of people don't
always
want to give him the glamour.
All they got to do is start using Dean Jackson.
Dean Jackson's the code.
The running back, yep. That's taking over for Jonathan Taylor right now. Use the man.
Who's the guy that fumbled twice last week?
I don't remember. It might have been Dean Jackson, to be honest with you.
I hope it wasn't. That would be bad. I hope it wasn't. I don't think it was. I'm trying to think about who it was because they got a bunch of randos in that fucking running back room right now. But they desperately need Jonathan Taylor. -1.5.
It's going to be Colts.
Golly, man. I mean,
Colts by a touchdown. It's got to be, right? Although the Houstons, you're just like, man, they almost beat the Ravens, but they always do that.
I think Houston's only going to win like 2 games,
if that,
maybe 3. And I feel like this could be one of them. Because I actually like CJ Stroud. Do you like CJ Stroud?
No.
Oh.
Nope. I think he's a bum.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm locking in Houston Texans right here, money line.
Should this be our high ride?
I think this should be our high ride. I think this should be our
It's
high
the
ride
even
because
money
I hate
game.
Anthony Rich. This would be perfect. This would be perfect.
Where it's quarterback for quarterback. I'm going Anthony Richardson.
Exactly.
You're going CJ
Yeah,
Stroud.
exactly.
This is
This
the
is
perfect high ride of the
All
week.
right. Our high ride play of the week, of course, where me and Eric bet each other on the game, and we bet $100 right now. I'm up $100 in the season, about to go up 200 with this one, and it's going to be in the Colts Houston Texans game. I will be taking Texans +1, I will be taking Texans +1, and you will be taking Colts -1. Best of luck to you, buddy.
This game will prove why I'm right and you're wrong. Anthony Richardson is the better quarterback. CJ Stroud doesn't belong here. Let's go, Indy.
All right. We'll see what happens with that game. I'm excited for it. Next game, the team that you lost the first ever high ride play on. We got here the Chicago Bears going into Tampa. Bears +2.5. Tampa -2.5. Over under at 41. What are your thoughts on this game?
This is so easy.
Really?
Everybody knows this.
Go ahead. Tell us. Share more.
Let's go, Baker.
Okay.
Let's go, Baker.
And I couldn't agree more.
Baker, Mike Evans, Tutty, win. Bears take a 0-2 backseat.
So we're also sprinkling Mike anytime touchdown.
Throw it on there. Baker's going to hit him.
Titty. Add it to it. We're both in the Bucks in that game. I do love that. Next one, Giants going to Arizona. Giants at -5.5. They look dreadful in the over of 39.5 in this game. Obviously, it's just two dreadful teams going at it. What are you liking?
Sorry, read that again. I almost just burnt myself with the
Oh, you're
joint.
good. I'm hope you didn't burn yourself. It does look like we're having a catastrophe over there. We're working through it. Don't worry. Nothing to worry about. Giants going into Arizona. Giants -5.5. Over under 39.5. Thoughts in the game?
I'm not going to watch it.
Neither am I. I might watch it.
Such a tough leg. Both teams are so bad.
I might watch it.
You got to go Danny Dimes.
How can't you?
Give me my guy Brian Daboll.
How can't you?
Get good old Saquon buzzing around again, and life will be good.
How can't you? I'm not saying last week was rock bottom. I even hate saying that's rock bottom because it was just week 1.
Yeah.
But how did the Giants look worse than they did? I mean,
they were by far the worst team in the NFL
against your biggest rival.
Against your biggest rival, 0 points in MetLife. That's really tough.
How do you lose that game like that on 9/11 weekend of all? You know what I was asking? Are they non-American? Do they hate America? I was asking that question. Is that fair?
No, that's unfair.
New York team can't lose 9/11 weekend?
Well, you got to give credit where it's due. The freaking defense for the Cowboys is disgusting.
No, they look great. Dak had 0 throwing touchdowns.
And they were missing their safety. Who's their number one safety? I can't remember his name. He was out, inactive.
Well, I mean, they've got a couple of good DBs in a technical sense.
If there was one game to have that happen, it's when Danny's throwing the football.
Sure, couldn't agree more. Or Ryan Tannehill, same thing.
Yeah, same
Those
thing.
guys are the type two dudes.
No, we're going. This is an easy dub for Danny Dimes. Get back to 500% and run the show here.
Couldn't agree more. I couldn't have even said it better myself. Giants -5.5. I think they rout them. Next one, Niners at Rams. Niners -8.5 and the over/under at 44.5. What are your thoughts on this game?
They're not giving enough credit to my guy Matt Stafford. That line is bonkers. It's going to be a tight one. But the 49ers did a lot of good and a lot of crazy things against the team that people came out saying was going to be actually good this season in the Steelers. There's a lot of guys on the TVs and on the analyst board saying Pickett's year, Pickett, the whole thing combo. They're going to be doing great. And in the first 3 quarters, they got absolutely whopped until 49ers started throwing in some second, third stringers.
Yes.
So this is going to be a 49ers dub.
More than likely.
But Stafford looked good Sunday. He looked healthy.
And the Rams defense isn't.
It's not terrible.
I'm not saying that I don't still believe in Brock Purdy, but for fuck's sake, this guy's still a rookie, basically. This guy's got, 10 games under his belt?
That doesn't matter. He's balling.
He's balling.
He's got every facet of an offense.
Can I share a fact with you?
To have a weapon.
Can I share a fact with you?
Sure.
In his first 6 starts, as an NFL quarterback, I faded him every start, and I went 0-6.
That should tell you who's winning this game.
Fun fact for you.
Uh,
That being said, I'm taking the Rams as well because plus 8.5.
Oh,
is-
yeah. You
yeah,
can't say
not
you're
to win the
taking the
game.
Rams. You got to say Rams plus 8.5.
I'm taking the Rams with the number plus 8.5. Give me the points. I'm not
Jesus.
leaving them at the door. Brock Purdy's probably going to go out and win this game. This kid is fucking unbelievable. I just said in our show.
Debo,
Huh?
Kittle,
Ayuk.
McCaffrey, Ayuk
And
showed
Ayuk's
up.
insane. Ayuk had the big block to. Did you see that CMC
Yes,
run
sir.
to the titty? Ayuk had a big block on that play that helped him get in there.
He was the most underrated fantasy draft this year. I
Guy's
think.
unbelievable.
But Debo's still gonna ball. But this guy's got weapons. Brock's
Yes.
got weapons,
He
and that defense is disgusting.
The defense is great. CMC was an insane addition. He makes the Brocs look great. He makes
This team
us look
needs
good.
to win the Super Bowl in the next 2 years.
I think they could. I'd say it's at least the
This
next
might
2
be
to
the one.
3. This guy's Mr. Irrelevant. This doesn't make any sense to me how we're here. Next one's going to be the Washington Commies traveling into the Denver Broncos. The Commies here at plus 3.5.
Whoa.
Over under 39. What do you like in this game?
I'd like to put this on record.
Ooh.
Russell Wilson is back.
Oh. Okay.
Sean
do tell.
Payton brought Russell Wilson back.
Okay. All right. Sure. I can.
It's him. It's the guy from Seattle that went to the Super Bowl twice.
Multiple times, yes, and won one. Also choked one away, but that's not really his. Yeah, well.
No, give that ball to Marshawn. That is
Give it
Pete
to
Carroll's fault.
Marshawn.
I'm telling you, Russell's back.
As a guy who, again, I'll share another fact with you. And for some reason, all my facts I'm sharing with you are losing facts. The team that I lost the most money on last year, Denver Broncos.
Me too. We did this last week.
Right. Okay. And then now this year, I said coming into it, the Denver Broncos are back. Okay. Now, did they look phenomenal in week 1? No. Did I expect them to? No. Week 1, new system, new coach, new everything.
Russell was putting on a clinic out there.
3.5 against the Commies. Week 15, we're going to look back and we're going to say, how was that line 3.5? That line should have been at least 7. Give me the Denver Broncos in a route. And this might be my biggest bet of the weekend.
It's Bronco country.
It's Bronco country. Let's ride. Next one, Jets at Dallas. Jets plus 9.5, over under 38.5. Originally, the Jets were basically a pick 'em before their Aaron Rodgers injury. This line moved almost 9 points because of one injury. Incredible stuff. What do you like in this game?
What is it, Jets who?
Jets plus 9.5 against Cowboys in Dallas, in Jerry's world.
Oh, yeah. It's at AT&T.
Jerry and all.
The reason why the Bills lost is why the Cowboys will win.
Oh, wow.
And that is defense. Okay.
I'm going to be taking Dallas.
Great.
That's funny. No, that's fucking funny. I'm actually also, I probably will end up betting Dallas minus 9.5. More than likely though, but I might actually take whatever the prop is of Dak's over on touchdowns. And if because I think it's going to probably be 1.5.
Like rushing or
Passing.
just tosses?
Passing.
Yeah, he's definitely getting one.
He had 0 last week, and I just think that there's no chance he's going to go 0 for 2. I know how good the Jets defense is, but the thing is, they're going to get the ball so many times because of how bad Zach Wilson is.
The Jets, yeah.
He's just going to get way too many chances. Me and Bryce have seen this before as Dolphins fans. All of us Dolphins fans have seen it. Even when you have a dynamic defense, one of the best ones in the league, if your offense can't move the ball, your defense eventually wears down and can't stop anybody because they're too tired.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen here.
I agree.
Now, this one makes me a little bit nervous to ask about, but here we are. Sunday Night Football. Carrie Underwood. Chris
Collinsworth.
Chris Collinsworth. Al. Everybody. The whole crew. Miami Dolphins at New England Patriots. Miami Dolphins right now -3, over under 46.5. What are you taking in this game, Eric?
AFC bout.
AFC East bout, more specifically.
Yeah. I mean, Mac is just not great. It's 100% the Dolphins. You already knew that was coming out of my mouth. I'm not. I like to gamble. I might
Just
not like the Dolphins, but I don't not like money.
I was just making sure your head was in the right place. I was a little nervous.
I mean, you're pissing me off now. Dolphins aren't going to win the AFC East.
Uh, well, who's gonna win it then? No Aaron Rodgers in New
We
York.
know. It's the Bills.
Oh,
It's the Bills.
the team that just lost to the Milf Hunter. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sure.
If
No.
that's how you want to put it, I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
No. And there's
Bills.
no ill will behind Milf hunting. I mean, I'm down for a 40-year-old here and there, but
I'm telling you, the Bills are going to win the AFC East again, and it's going to be because the Bills beat the Dolphins twice.
oh, okay. See, now you've gone too far. And now we're jumping ahead. The Dolphins are not going to lose to the Bills twice.
Maybe.
They'll split the series more than likely, but we kind of own Buffalo. I mean, we should have won last year in the playoffs in Buffalo.
Here we go again.
And the people that weren't there won't know. There was no Dolphins fans there. Everybody, once Tua was confirmed out, everyone that had a ticket there that was from Miami sold it. There was no Dolphins fans there. It was a damn shame. I mean, there was some, but the Bills had no reason not winning that game by 15. But yeah, Dolphins -3, obvious bet here. There's really nothing else to say. Mac Jones sucks. Bill Belichick's a fraud. He's nothing without Tom. No other way to put it. Last two games. Wait a second. Yeah. Wait a second. Now, I'm not knowing this till right now. We have 2 Monday night games.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's a
knowing that till
special.
right now. How about that? That's a little fun surprise.
Come
Like
on.
Christmas.
All right, let's hear it.
First one's going to be Saints going into Carolina. Saints -3. Over under is 40. What do you like?
Saints, Carolina. Give me Derek Carr.
I mean, yeah, Bryce Young's trash.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah. Chris Olave.
I think Michael Thomas is going to be a star this year.
If he doesn't get hurt.
With Derek.
If he doesn't get hurt, he'll be
I
special.
took him on a few depth fantasy teams, and I think it's because later in the season, it's going to come true that they are locked and loaded with Carr to Carter or Carr to Thomas. That was the weed talking. That's a good clip. If you just take that, that was the weed talking.
I mean, Michael Thomas is a beast. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. He's just always hurt.
Okay, anyways, I'm taking Saints.
I'm taking Saints too. I mean, Bryce Young absolutely sucks.
Yes. What's the line?
-3.
Yeah, I might even fucking take that.
If I get anything a field goal and under, it makes me.
Carolina's bad too.
Carolina is bad. They are bad.
Shit's young.
They got Chubbard out there. Bryce Young can't see over his offensive line. Last Monday night football game and last game of week 2. Another big divisional game. Browns going into Pittsburgh. Browns -2.5. If you remember, don't forget, last year, last game of the season, Cleveland lost in Pitt. Revenge game? What's going to happen here?
Pittsburgh, Cleveland, in Pittsburgh. I mean, you got to give it to Deshaun and Nick Chubb. If McCaffrey did what he did, Chubb can do the same thing. I'm taking Browns -2.
Yeah, Chubb looked great week 1.
Yeah, I'm hammering that. I might even go -6.
Alt line.
Take an alt line -6.5.
Probably +200.
I'd guess.
I would do that too. I might do that. I might get real aggressive.
Alt spread. What I say, 6.5 plus 178.
I would like it closer to +200 personally.
I mean, I would even. You want to get it there?
It's a potential shop around. What's
I'd
minus
go
7?
I'd go Cleveland minus 11 in this game.
What's Cleveland? Okay. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be like plus
That was
400%.
300. I was getting risky. Minus 7's 202. I would take that.
That's more like it.
Cleveland minus
That's
7.
more like it. I like that. I like
I
that.
do. I think it'll be like a 10-point play or a 3-point game. Wow! Holy shit! A 10-point.
And that's
game.
where I thought you were trying to say, and I was about to try to bail you out. I actually also agree. That's why originally we said 11. I was like, I would actually probably take up to 9.5 as a joke. I just put out a video today.
Yeah.
About about my Steelers prediction record. You want to know what I have them going?
Nope.
You don't know? You don't want to know?
Oh, I thought you said, "Do you know what I had
Oh.
going?" I'd like to know.
4-13.
I can see that. Pickens ain't him, or Pickett. Pickett is not him. He's not the guy.
I don't hate Pickens. He's a Pittsburgh guy. Dan Marino's alma mater. Great guy. Classy guy. Broke all of Dan's records at Pitt. So classy guy. But that's the last game. So
okay, can we talk about the record currently between the Bills and Dolphins in our blitz game?
oh well.
What is it?
Okay, I'll be honest.
Who won?
I didn't want to talk about it. There's an asterisk by it. There's simply
Excuse
an
me.
asterisk by it.
How is there an asterisk?
It's 1-0, and then right up here, there's a little asterisk.
Yeah, how? Why? Tell me why.
There was just some tomfoolery in our last game.
Where?
Um,
Where was the tomfoolery?
Well, it all started with the play selecting. There was a couple times when I chose one play, my guys were running other plays. We had some wrong routes.
That's just piss poor quarterbacking.
And I also didn't want to. And I didn't want to bring up the refs. But
dude, the game. It's
the refs. The refs just they weren't on my side.
The game is called blitz.
Yeah.
There's no rules. You had a pass interference on my dog that was wide open for a tutty because you randomly hit the tackle button. What do you mean? What do you mean the refs? There are no refs.
They're arguing.
They don't even. They just play. They don't even know what time it is.
I just want my guys protected out there. It's plain and simple. I mean,
you're playing the wrong game.
There's a lot of holdings that should have been called.
Yeah.
You guys were stomping on my guys' feet.
The holding of the napkin to your eyes to hide the tears.
You guys are stomping on my guys' feet.
1-0 Bills.
That's fine. Enjoy it.
That's how the season's gonna go too.
Oh, come on. I can't wait until the motherfucking Bills Dolphins game. And by the way, I might go to that now. October 1st.
In Buffalo?
Yeah, I might be going to that now. So
yeah, I'm not going.
I mean, if I was you, I would go because Buffalo as a fan base they're so stupid that if I was a Bills fan, I would love it there.
I mean, dude, I grew up there.
Well,
I grew up going to those games.
Well, see, now, Eric, you don't tell me anything. All we talk is football. We don't talk about.
What do you think? I just like the Buffalo Bills and no other team?
I mean, we're Miami Dolphins fans, have been our whole life. We're from Chicago. So you never know. I don't jump to conclusions. You think we're from Miami? Did you think me and Bryce were from Miami? Did you look at me and go, that guy's from Miami?
Man, I don't know, dude. I've seen a lot of shit in my days.
I mean, sure. But
I mean, fuck. You could be from
I know I'm like a tan
Brazil and you wouldn't know.
Tan, like golden cookie looking guy. Dude, so maybe you assume
nobody's ever told you that.
You're like, this guy is probably from Miami. This guy looks good. Thanks for watching Bangin Bets. Make sure you hit that follow button, join SoBet, and go check out Eric Van Houten on all social media platforms. And if you got time, make sure to go check out mine at Gutsy Picks Cash. Thanks for watching.